So Vince McMahon confirmed this afternoon via a conference call that WWE was looking to release and furlough WWE staff and the talent roster. And I don't think anyone expected what was to come. In the last few hours, my head has just exploded with the shock of the constant repeated, this person's been released, that person's been released, this person's been added to the WWE.com website. There has been so much of it is absolutely mind-numbing. Without a doubt, the darkest day in professional wrestling. You can see on screen everyone who has been released by the WWE. There are some conflicting reports about backstage producers. I have included Billy Kidman and Lance Storm in this image because they have tweeted out and seemingly have been released, not furloughed. I hope with all these superstars that there is maybe a plan by Vince and the WWE that after this pandemic, if these guys are still free agents and they want to go back, that the contracts will be extended to them again. I don't think everyone will be going back, and some people may say that's a good thing, some people say it's a bad thing. I personally think these are people's jobs, and it's easy to sit and say this person can go to AEW, that person can go to AEW. The truth is, AEW will be in the same position that WWE are in. WWE have lost ticket sales, they've lost merch sales from the events, they've lost a lot of money, and they're going to lose a lot of money in the coming months, and AEW will be exactly the same. So where does that leave professional wrestling? Because I think Dave Meltzer reported that all these superstars can't just go to the indie scene. There isn't an indie scene. The wrestling shows are not taking place because there isn't a live crowd. A lot of these people that are working indie shows, they'll be paid cash in hand for wrestling that night. If that doesn't happen, what's the point in putting on the shows? So they're not putting on the shows, therefore people aren't getting paid. And you look at people that WWE have released, it's insane. People like Sarah Logan, who was on Raw this past week. No Way Jose again was on Raw this past week. Gallows and Anderson were there in the build-up to WrestleMania. They appeared in the Boneyard match. And they're all gone. And you think that these people have been risking their lives and the health of their family by going out to these shows, and they've just been released. That, for me, hurts, because the world is in a weird place right now with the pandemic. But to actually want to still entertain people, and yet you get put in a position where you're fired in a couple of days' time, that's got to sting. There are some massive names on this list. Just to name a few, Mike Keota, the referee that's been with WWE since 1989, has been released. Kurt Angle, who obviously had a role backstage, he's been released. Like, you think of the knowledge Kurt Angle can give to younger talent, and the fact that WWE have looked at it and said, we just can't afford to pay you. I mean, it's tough. That's really tough. Eric Rowan had a massive story at the start of the year with the cage and what was in the cage. That kind of led to nothing, but WWE have now released him. Rusev, of course, Rusev. I put him front and center because this was the one that really shocked me. WWE have got, well, they had a huge name in Rusev, and now he's gone. That is insane. There's been no current announcement at the time of recording of Lana. But again, Jon Moxley wrestles in AEW. Renee Young still works for the WWE. So it doesn't necessarily mean that Lana has to go. Maybe some people will be looking at this thinking that some of these are not a surprise. Maybe people like the Clones, and I understand why you're saying that, but these, this is people's livelihoods. They have families to support, and to know now they're losing their jobs, that kind of sucks with the current economic climate. Like, this isn't just WWE either. Let's not be completely too harsh on them, because this is a worldwide thing where most companies are doing this to employees right now, and it just shows you that wrestling and WWE isn't exempt from that. Right now, we do live in uncertain times, and the WWE is showing us that, and because we're all wrestling fans, I assume that's why you're watching this video. This hurts. It hurts to see someone like Lio Rush, who made it to the main roster, had to battle loads of demons, and then came back. He went to Cruiserweight division through NXT, and he's made a huge name for himself, and he's now been released. You got a brand new superstar in Alexander Jaksic. I literally found out about him a few days ago, and he has a lot of talent, and he's already now been released. He didn't even make it through NXT. It's a real shame. It is a real shame, and I'm really upset at the names that have been released. I wanted to make this video basically to compile it all into a short video, basically so you could click it, see it on the thumbnail. I hope you're all having the best day you possibly can. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you, as always, next time.